Oh, Craig, you got something to tell them. Yeah, yes, Brimmy, I'm going to. Guys, we have an announcement to make. You know how we're talking about high school? Oh, not this again. We've got more secrets. This time, Brendan and me. What? Not like that, if that's what you're thinking, but as in Clyde. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Well, before you tell her, Craig, what is your secret with you and Brendan? Huh? I know you was my dog at night school, because no one believed as he existed. What are you trying to say, Craig? You knew him all this time? How can I? Alright. I started to get to know Brendan when he was bringing me in school. It was one morning in high school. I think you were pretty late at one point, but as you didn't actually come in school pretty late for some reason, which you're normally the first one in school, right? And somehow I was the first one in school, and here comes and he obviously thought he was, I mean, I was you, but as basically he was hoping you were by the lockers, and it turned out to be me, didn't it? And I took one glimpse at him and I was like, obviously I pulled him up because of my clothes. you know. Oh, yes, I made sure he stood there, and yes, it did. He wouldn't speak at first. Just tell her in story wise. So basically what Craig's saying is, out of all of us, Craig really got to know Brendan, and he's never even told any of it. Oh, just hear them out, guys. Right, just take a seat, everybody. This is going to be a bit of a long story. all started in high school. Thursday morning. Ding 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 ding. And I was just like, obviously just at my locker, and I just realised that I was the first one there for a change when nobody is but us. Yeah, why was I late that day? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, when I was like sorting my locker out, Brendan appeared, aka Brimmy, at the time. I hated that name, I really did, in high school. Yeah, I remember, and I was hoping Butters was, by the lockers, and it turned out it was a different boy. Where's Butters? And I can remember I was confused and wondering could he be sick today or something? Just seemed weird that I was looking at a different boy instead of Butters standing at these by the location where I normally see him at. Right, I remember the story, boys. Right. And then all of a sudden, before Craig approached me, I saw my mum and dad appear in the doorway. I was wondering what they were doing here. What's my mum and dad doing here? Oh yeah, I remember that. A couple approached me, asking me where the head office is. Excuse me, young man. Hey. Can you tell me where the principal officer is? It's just through them doors. You can't miss it. Thank you. I still couldn't understand why my mum and dad appeared in school. Could have been innocent of the shoe incident when I accidentally threw it at Butters. I know he was disqualified from the camping trip and everything. Oh yeah, that was it. My parents were making sure I was still going to camp. That's why they came. But at the time I thought I was wondering why they're here. Oh, this is embarrassing. My parents being here. Oh, sugars. Come in. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Dixon. What can I do for you? It's about our son Brimmy. I believe you disqualified him and sent him home yesterday. Oh, yes. Did he not mention? Just take a seat. So I remember that. I was always wondering why they were here. I did ask them when I went home why they were there. And, yeah. The reason why we expelled your son for a couple hours for the rest of the day from school is your son threw a shoe at a student and hit him straight on the head. Yes, Remy told us when he come home, obviously when he got sent home, and he says it was an accident. Yes, we have got down to the bottom of it because we've had a word with the person that it happened to, and he's dropped everything. But we were going to disqualify him from camp, and don't do that. Brimmy is really sorry. He really didn't. We know now that it was an accident. No, your son's allowed to go still, yes. But we just had to get the full story, you know, because we had Brimmy's side of the story, and then obviously we had to speak to. Right. So everything's cool. Yeah. Because my son really wants to go to this camp. He's really looking forward to it. Yes, he's still going. And I never had no idea. I was expecting you. We normally would ring, but we were sort of kind of annoyed. Why expel someone just for an accident? Well, we didn't think it was an accident at first. So, apologies for that, for sending your son home. But he's in school today, isn't he? Yes, he left, was it 10 minutes ago before we left? He hasn't got no idea we're here. He told us to leave it, obviously, but we just care about our son, you know. Well, that's understandable, Mrs. Dixon. But yes, everything's alright, but thanks for coming in, and yes, Brimmy's all in the clear on that now. It's all, okay, thank you very much. Right, okay, we're gonna go and get some shopping in, honey, and then I'll have to go to work. Yeah. Thanks for saying we're anyways on short notice. No, not at all. Yes, everything's fine. He's okay. Thank you very much. Because our son is really looking forward to this trip, and he was pretty upset when he got sent home. And we're wondering why he was home, you know, because it was around about dinner time, wasn't it? He came home, honey. Yeah, and then he just burst into tears, and then he told her, and well, we really did thought he did it on purpose, but no. It's all sorted now. We've got down to the truth. And yes, it's just one. Yeah, right. Thanks very much. So he's definitely down. Don't worry. Alright. Right, we'll let myself out. Thank you so much. Come on, honey. Right. Have a nice day, you, Mr. and Mrs. Dixon. Yeah, you too. Okay. Right, shall we say goodbye to our son? He doesn't know we're here, remember. He'll kill we. He'll kill we, Max. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was unexpected. Right. Time is it now? 8 o'clock in the morning. Now before school and that comes into session. Right. Do some paperwork and then get sorted. And then I just saw my parents leave after that. I still want to know why they were here. So then all of a sudden I was still staring at a different person, and it should have been there, but I was standing there, and then all of a sudden he approached me. I remember him looking at me and up and down. I never saw that boy before. That's it. Come here. You, come here. So I walked over to him. Obviously I didn't speak because I was shy then. I didn't speak to anybody. But did Craig get it out of you? I tried everything, Brendan. But let him finish. He's explaining now. I want to know if Craig finally got him to talk. What's the meaning of this? Obviously, Craig at the time was annoyed at the same clothing, because I wore the same as him. He was wondering why is that, and then he wanted to know who I was because he's never saw me in my whole life. You've got the same outfit as me. And who are you? I've never seen you in my life till now. Can I cut your tongue? What is this? Who are you? I'd like to know who you are, please. Oh, I'm not kidding around. Oh good. Oh goody. Someone else asking who I am. Hello in there. You can speak, can't you? and I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why he just stared at me all the time, and I was asking him so many times to reveal who he is, and it got me thinking. Come to think of it, but I still mention, even though I didn't believe him, because there was like no evidence. He said he had a stalker, and he wore the same clothes as me. I just laughed it off, thinking, it's not such. But then, you're but a stalker, aren't you? Since elementary. I finally saw you now. Well, we'll come back to me clothing bit, copying me, my shoe style and everything. What are you doing? But first, I want to know your name. And why have you been pestering Butters all these years? And now all of a sudden you're creeping on me. Hello? You can speak, can't you? You just won't. I can remember Craig asking me to just speak. Did he eventually get you to speak, Brendan? Yeah, he did. He was the very first one to get my voice. What did he do? He got me in a corner, and he kind of put his hand on my belly, and I kind of giggled a little bit, obviously, because so he basically tickled you. Yeah. What is your name? Huh? What is your name? Stop staring at me like that. That's it. What is your name? What is your name? Oh, you're not going anywhere, mister. You've been a creep to Butters. And Butters is a good friend of mine. And now you're starting to be creepy with me. What is your name? Are you ticklish? So obviously Craig tickled me. It's funny, I'm ticklish there too. What is this? He tickled me and tickled me. he kept saying, what's my name, what's my name? What's your name? What's your name now? Brimmy, Brimmy. And that's when I told him. Brimmy. Right, Brimmy. Why didn't you just tell us without us tickling you? Well, I didn't mean to tickle you, just when you put your hand on my tummy. I got a sensitive tummy. Yeah, so have I. Right, we're getting somewhere. Right, why didn't you speak anyways? I'm shy. Shy. Just shy. I'm shy. I've been just a background kind of person. I never mix or anything, and I can always remember telling Craig that I just don't, I never have friends or anything, and well, no wonder you haven't mixed or anything. No wonder you haven't got no friends, and people's been calling you creepy. Brimmy. He also told me why he was creeping up on Butters for all these years. It's because he was in love with him. I'm just in love with Butters. I try every day my hardest, to actually tell him. I just couldn't. I just kept chickening out, and I also mentioned I had a boyfriend in high school too, to Craig, but I'm really not in love with him as I used to. I'm gradually just fading from him, basically. And I do have a boyfriend. I know what's wrong, but me and my boyfriend are just growing distance apart since I'm just defaulted to Butters. Yeah, I was just telling Craig all that, and then Craig managed to tell me he also had a boyfriend, and he also mentioned he was in love with someone else too. I've got a boyfriend too, and again, distance. Never really pay attention to him really much now. I'm actually in love with someone else too. It takes two. Yeah. So then Craig told me who he was in love with. I kept his secret, and then he kept mine. But I never really got to know till the reunion. That's when I finally spoke to Butters then. But Craig knew. I begged Craig to keep it a secret, but I'm sorry. Alright, keep going with this story. Oh, this is really getting interesting. Yeah, yeah. Ah! Me and Craig just ended up just chatting away and everything, and just talking about. I did say just try and keep quiet with, 'cause I really didn't want my boyfriend to find out. And Craig obviously didn't want his boyfriend to find out who he was in love with, etc. It was a mess basically. Alright, secret safe with me. I'll pretend I didn't ever see you. Yeah. But then Craig was mentioning he had a really good time with his when I got sent home through throwing a shoe at Butters by an accident. Craig says him and person he liked, they were having fun in the bathroom. He was telling me he got teased and everything, and it felt great. Teased? Yeah, teased. Have you ever let tweek do it? No. No. Somehow I don't. Well, one time he did try to, you know, seduce and everything, whereas, I don't know, I just didn't quite enjoy it, which is weird because he's my partner, but when Clyde did it, it was different. I was kind of turned on, and even though you don't speak to Butters, you're still going to carry on. Just, I can't help it, Craig. What are you saying? Get him to tease you? Tease? I swear it is absolutely. What weird tease? Tickling and everything? But I'm ticklish too. What if I end up? Oh yeah, I can remember that. Brendan didn't run away that day, I remember. And cause I finally came in school, and yeah, we did end up messing about, me and him. I didn't get no. He didn't actually talk to us. Did get a lot of giggles out of him though. So, kind of tormenting that and see what he does back to us. So Craig was just, you know, telling me all this and that. So I thought I'd give it a go. But at first I thought Butters wasn't going to come in because it seemed weird that. The only thing, Craig, I can't see Butters anyway. Yeah, he normally is in early, which is weird. I'm normally late. Do you think he could be sick? So I can't get him to tease me or anything. So what you're saying is skip lessons and get teased? And then Craig mentioned he was going to try and skip lessons too, and try and get Clyde to tease him again, because where would we... And then Craig suggested, there's this room that no one ever goes in, and we should all like meet in there. And oh yeah, I was wondering why me and Clyde ended up in a sort of room, and so yeah, yeah, it all makes sense now. Oh yeah. Alright, but I have to wait until if Butters comes in. So, where's the room? Get him to Teasing. Lead him to, you go upstairs. I think it's, yeah, it's the last floor. Turn left. How do you know all these things? I was, you know, one day just walking around the school expecting it, and, you know, just expecting the place being nosy. And yeah, you turn left once you're on the last floor. It's a really big corridor. I don't think anybody ever goes on that floor, to be honest. There's lights in the room. Obviously, you're not in a dark room. And it's special mattresses. I think it's just kind of a weird room, to be honest, but it was just perfect. You know, when you want to cheat and everything, kind of. Alright. So, I'll just have to get Butters to chase me to that room. Then once you're in, I think me and Clyde will be there by the time you by the time you get Butters to come up. So yeah, that day me and Brendan made a pact. He wanted to know what teasing and all that was about, and so yep. So all Brendan needed to do was wait for Butters to come, and as for me, I had to wait for Clyde, obviously. Right, we'll just go our own business, and yeah. Okay. Now we're going to pretend that we don't know each other and that now, alright? I know, but if we're all in the same room, Craig, it's a very, very big room. It's like partitioned. I'll be in one half, and you'll be in the other. Oh, okay. Right? Good luck. Yeah, you too. Oh. But I swear, you'll love it. Cause he... May I ask, when you're with your boyfriend and he tries to, you know, seduce you and everything and whatnot, do you enjoy it? No, that's what I'm saying. I'm falling out of love with him. I'm just focused on Butters, Craig. Also, I want to mention why the clothes. It's I just liked your style, and well, obviously I must shop at the same store, and Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Kind of like twinsies. Yeah, alright, so yeah, that day, we waited till Clyde and Butters finally come in school. And then it all began then. See you, Brimmy. See you, Craig. And then we just went our separate ways. I was waiting for Clyde, so I wanted some more teasing from him. I don't know. Craig, I was wondering why you always wanting to be tickled and everything. So what I did was, for the time being, when I was just waiting for Clyde, I just got myself a cup of tea from the machine. So I think I was pretty early that day in school. Just don't know what made me go that early. Something just made me go early. Then again, that night I couldn't sleep, and that I was all worked up. And I don't know, it's ever since Clyde teased me, and the more I just, got attracted to him. It was a kind of not a switch off, I just wanted him to do it to me more and more. But Clyde, he was so confused. He was like, why? But I always give in, didn't I? Yeah, you did, Clyde. Right. What kind of drink? Drink. Oh, that one. Dude. So yep, everything was went into plan. So there's no lessons whatsoever for me and Clyde that day. I was planning for just me and him to have a good time in that special room. Very sorry, Tweek. This is all coming out. I'm already mad at you, Craig, for the last secrets you told me. And I was wondering why you weren't in school that day. You were actually in school and hiding away with Clyde. And I thought you were sick or something that day, and that's how I thought you were not in school. Yeah, and I thought Clyde was sick too. Beep, beep. I'm sorry, Thomas. Right, let's drink my tea. Come on, Clyde. Want some fun? Oh, I can't wait. Let's just hope you will do it. I don't know, ever since he did to me yesterday. I can't get enough of it. I wonder if anybody else has felt like that. Lovely. So I finally met a stalker. He's not so bad when you get to know him. So the reason why he's was creepy is because he's shy. Oh, you can tell by the look of him. He's always been like chickeny, a kind of thing. Whoop. Why do I get the ball in? Oh. I best go to the toilet as well before Clyde gets started. Wouldn't want any accidents. I mean, I'll seduce him if he wants it done. I hope he does it me the most. OMG. How further did you go with Clyde? Craig, be honest. He's teased a lot. Let him tell the story, Tweek. We're going to get to know. I think they went further than that. So I was still drinking my tea, just waiting for more students to come, and obviously Clyde, and just felt weird, just me and Brimmy being in school. Then all of a sudden, Clyde approached. He finally came. Oh, there he is. Oh, hey Craig. Having your morning there, tea? Yeah, Clyde. I didn't really get to, oh. It was fun last night, yesterday, wasn't it? Oh. Come on, Clyde, you got it, mate. It was, Craig. Do you want to do it again? No! I always remember Clyde did refuse a lot of times to me. Oh, come on, Clyde. But Clyde, you just wouldn't at first. So I had to kind of trick him again. Oh, I can't believe you did that to me, Craig, again. I swear, Clyde, you'll get answers this time. I swear. And that was it when he said, I swear. When I said I swear to him. Then he went, well, where should we begin? Then I told him. I also said we'll be missing lessons. He wasn't keen on that because he obviously doing school. Lessons, Craig? So we're just going to disappear? What about lunchtime and that? We'll get loads of stuff from the vending machine. Keep it going. No one ever goes up that floor, Clyde. Alright. But you better tell me the truth, Craig, this time. Okay. Come on then, let's go. before we get caught. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. So I drank up, and we got all what we needed from the machines to keep her, because we needed to eat and that, obviously. Because if we were planning missing school, kind of disappearing. So I both ended up in at the vending machine. This better not be a trick, Craig. Another one. I can't take your tricks. I mean a Clyde this time. Why do you want to be teased in that? Can I ask you a question, Craig, first? Here, Clyde. Has Tweek ever teased you like that? You know? Tickled your tummy and that? To be honest, Clyde, I didn't really enjoy it when he did it. Somehow, when you do it... Oh. Okay. So we just got odds and ends from the machine. What we needed. Did you ever get caught that day? Like I said, the floor never gets touched but us. Oh yeah, we didn't. Oh, what am I thinking? I was in this story. Ugh, it was a long time ago. But yeah, I still couldn't get Brendan to speak. I got a lot of giggles though. And right, let's head upstairs. There's no one looking. No t-shirts about. Okay. So, we went up to the 4th floor. Once we got up there, it was very, very quiet. So if Craig ended up screaming from being tickled and that, no one would hear him. If he like high-pitched laughed and everything, still no. Because that's what he was expecting. Yes, I remember that. It all makes sense now. Okay, we're here. Make sure it's open. Alright. Right. We locked it just in case. There was another opening, obviously, for Brendan and Butters, because Brendan was going to lead Butters into that wow. And comfy mattress as well for us to lie down on, and so we just put with snacks there, just, and we pop and everything and soda, all that. We ended up talking first, before we ended up getting, like, you know, some action and everything. Whilst Clyde and Craig were talking upstairs, I was waiting patiently for Butters to approach. and I was hiding in my usual spot till he finally approached. Ugh, heavy books. Ugh. Right, my times table. Yeah, I was right. I had to do these ones. Okay, just put these in my locker for now. So once Butters was just putting stuff in his locker, and once he closed it, I approached him, right behind him. I think I kind of touched his bum, that was it. Tickled his side. Till he actually chased me. Then, yeah. Hmm. Who was that? Oh, it's you. You. I remember giving him a cheeky smile, and then I made a run for it, hoping Boss followed me. And he did. Ooh! He chased me and chased me. He was wondering why I was running up the stairs. Then he obviously thought that's where I hide all the time. So he still came. Yeah, thanks for that. Upstairs. Ah, now I know where he gets himself now. Oh, so yeah, he followed alright. Ah, he's in that room. So I'm going. What is this floor anyways? So in my life. So Buzz ended up in the room. I was like just behind the door, ready to, lock it. I got some snacks and that for us before I ended up doing the chase with him, so we weren't hungry. What is this? And then it all began after that. But I was still trying to find out my name, and we just kept wondering why we're here. I was trying to give him hints of how I liked him and that. Feeling him up in that. He still could get the drift. Still couldn't understand. Then he just saw all the snacks and everything around. So he had a theory that I wanted to spend some time with him. By the looks of these snacks, mystery person, me and you are going to be in here for a bit, aren't we? I kind of nodded at him. So we're going to be missing school. Going to kind of be disappearing. I nodded again, but I did agree. One day wouldn't hurt. But he was kind of scared that day, in case. But then again, the teachers weren't none of the wise, so just thought, but as was ill that day. So they didn't bother ringing me parents. So so four we got away with that day, because they all thought we were sick and everything, and we kind of were forgotten about. So but us ended up talking. Well, I couldn't talk, but he was telling me stuff. And if I'm spending some time with you, because I really want to know why you've been stalking me all these years. Yeah, I'm really glad you're not going anywhere. Now, you know, it's last days I had to chase you up. What is this room anyways? Is this where you hide? So I was keep staring up at us, listening, or talk away and that. Just waiting for that moment to get teased, whatever that meant. That day, because Craig says he enjoyed it, couldn't get enough of it. I was always wondering what it was. So Pat's tried everything to get me to talk. But all he got out of me was giggles when I finally got teased and tickled and everything. Yeah, it was still kind of fun, come to think of it. I had no idea Bremy had a boyfriend. When he was Bremy that time. I hated my name, I really did. As soon as I turned 18 I did change it. I told my mum and dad I just couldn't. They could understand where I was coming from, and and I got it done illegally, nothing about it. Right, since we're going to be here for quite a bit, and by the way, you lock the door. We are going to be in here, this room. Just hope we don't get caught by a teacher and that. So obviously, but as was just talk. Obviously, he felt like he was talking to a wall, then, because I just wouldn't respond first. Well, I wouldn't respond, basically. I kept nodding in that to him and that, and shaking my head, and so we just carried on with that for quite a bit. and then it was back to Clyde and Craig. They were still chatting and having a giggle, because the room was partitioned, obviously, kind of. Me and Butters was on one half and Clyde and Craig were on the other. So, the teasing begin. Yeah, Clyde. So, where would you like to be teased this time? Teased, tickled, whatever. Mind you, Craig, by the time we have fun in this room, I will have an answer from your owner. Yeah? Already said, Clyde. And even though I did have fun that day, I still didn't get an answer. Oh, Clyde. I know. Yes, I remember. How foolish was I to fall for his tricks. Get comfortable then. So obviously Craig, obviously I got comfortable for Clyde. And then I realised it wasn't just fingers he wanted. He got everything in his bag to tease him. Feathers. He really wanted a tease. I had spares, so I give Brimmy some, so what else could do it to him. Look, Brendan. Oh. So when I was looking at all the things to tickle him with and that, just couldn't understand it. He has me thinking I was going to use my fingers on him. Oh, he wanted the lot. Wow, Craig. I just thought, we'll just make it more fun, Clyde. Feather and that on you. Craig, what if you end up screaming and that? Because you are ticklish. Clyde, no one comes up here. No one ever comes up this floor. So no matter what happens, no one will hear us. You do really want an answer, don't you? Kiss me lips first. So yeah, the teasing and that begin. First, he used his fingers. He tickled slowly. Felt really good and oh. More I wriggled about. He even tickled under my arm. Yeah, I really wanted my feet done now. So obviously Clyde took off my shoes. He even nibbled on my feet. He kept tickling my tummy as well at the same time. Oh, I was really enjoying it. I was. Oh, just kept going on and on. He even nibbled my tummy and that. See what I would do. Even that set me wild. And then I asked him to take my top off. I remember that. He really couldn't understand that he can't believe he's doing this to me. But he really wanted the answers. Take my top off. So he did. He took my top off. So he could tickle me even more. Even though I was losing my pants at the same time. It just felt great, even though it tickled as well at the same time. I just loved it. So it's kind of getting my body played with, kind of. The more Clyde was tickling me, even he was kind of in a trance, not just like me. It's not me, not just me. It's like he was also enjoying, you know, playing with me. Oh yeah. So when me and Clyde were still having fun, Brendan and Butters finally got down to business. Alright, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of talking to a brick wall here. Right. You get lying down now. I want some answers out of you. So yeah, this Butters placing me on the comfy mattress that was in that room. Oh, he really did want me to speak. I was just giving him smiles and that. So I was wondering what I was going to be expecting. He even pointed to me a bag, and that's when I saw everything in it, and I jumped to the chance. If I used these on him, I'm bound to get him to speak. Did I, Nelly? I just got giggles, didn't I? Right. I'm going to say you're ticklish. It's tickling normally kind of works. What are you staring at? So obviously Brendan was, you know, eye contact in the bag near her. So I looked inside. You want these on you? I remember him asking us that. I kind of nodded. It's like he wanted me to get teased and that. Maybe if I do use them on you, I might get you to hear your voice after all. When Butters was like looking at me in the eyes, I really wanted him to just kiss me. I really did. But it didn't do like that. He just went straight onto the teasing. So obviously he took my top off, I remember that. Because he really wanted me to speak. So obviously I put my arms up because I knew what he was going to do. I knew what he wanted my top off. So obviously I put my arms up. I was kind of nervous because I didn't know what teasing and that was at the time. I didn't know what I was going to expect. But has just stared at me again. Really wanting to kiss his lips, I was. But then he began to tickle with his hands. I obviously wriggled because it was really getting tickly. What's your name? What's your name? Oh, this is going to be really fun. The more he tickled me, I tried to hold my laugh in so many times. I just keep wriggling about. And then he got my shoes off after that. He was saying, you went, I bet you're tickly on your feet too. So, that's what happened. I finally did giggle, even though I holded my laughing for so long. So he began tickling my feet. I obviously wriggled and kicked about, holding my laughing so much. So I ended up giggling, didn't I? Aha! I got a giggle out of you. Now where's your voice? I still wouldn't speak. I just don't know how I did not speak. So he just kept tickling and tickling me, teasing me. I was just wriggling about, giggling away, screaming and everything, obviously, because I was so ticklish. He liked hearing my voice, but he just obviously he heard my laugh, obviously. He really wanted to know my name. I just wouldn't give him it. Oh, I couldn't believe it. That day. Yes, that was a nightmare. So it got really fun that day. Even though it was so torture for me and Craig. Oh yeah, it was. So, but as we're still continuing, teasing me and that, I finally realised what teasing that was. And yeah. Craig was still getting teased, and yeah, Clyde was really enjoying teasing me. He kept kissing my lips, I remember that. Then I asked him to nibble my toes, to take my socks off. Take my socks off. nibble. I think I just really was in a trance that day. I just couldn't control myself. So I just kept really enjoying Clyde, you know, teasing me and whatnot. I just couldn't get enough of it. He first nibbled on my toes with my socks on first. I was wriggling about obviously because it tickled. Yeah, even though your feet did stink, Craig. I should have washed my feet that day, Clyde. So yeah, he took my socks off. It was really getting really fun. Then the more he kept taking my socks off, and my pants went with it, didn't it? Oh yeah. So I just told him, hey, just leave them off. I'll just leave them off, Clyde. And I was practically naked because my boxers went too. Clyde just stared at me up and down. And then he just began to nibble at me. Oh, I was really all worked up, I was. Just loving every minute of it, and oh. He was really wanting answers from us. It went really extremes. Then the feather come out, didn't it? That was it. I screamed. Screamed. Feather went straight on my feet. I can always remember that. After he nibbled at them, I screamed, I did. I went absolutely crazy, I did. But the more Clyde teased me and tickled me, Clyde just kept staring at me. He was starting to really enjoy it, his cell. And then he stopped and he asked me to tease him now and strip him down. So I did. Do the same to me. So while I was stripping Clyde and whatnot, Brendan and Butters was still, Butters was still teasing. And I did find a struggle trying to get his socks off. Oh yeah, I remember that. Then I eventually did get them off him. So we were both ended up butt naked, and we were that hot and that from being tickled, because we tickled each other and teased each other. It got really kinda between. We ended up kissing, and it was so, but as we're still continuing teasing me, tickling my tummy, feet, to my neck and everything, then he went under my arms. So he wanted to use the feather eventually on us. So he took my socks off, didn't he? Obviously, because he wanted the feather to hit my feet. And when he took my socks off, my pants went with it. So he just left them off. I think I was in a trance that day. I don't know. When I saw Brendan, you know, in the nude. I don't know. It was really, yeah. When I think about fuck, yeah. He kept using his fingers at first. It was kind of relaxing as well. It's so tickly. But as he just kept staring in my eyes, I really wanted a kiss from him. But he just really wanted to know my name. He did everything in the book to me. I still couldn't tell him. He just got giggles, screams from me. So that's when the feather came out, and that was it. As soon as the feather touched my foot, I was away. Away. The screams and that. Oh, it was really horrible that day. It felt really, I screamed, I did. Absolutely screamed. The feather just went straight on my toes, and oh, the sensation just drives me wild. But then he thought it was funny. I don't know what made him do it. He used the feather between my legs, didn't he? And I absolutely screamed then too. Couldn't believe what he was going to do. He was really wanting to know my name. Thanks for that tickly there too. But then he just kept staring at me up and down, and then all of a sudden, Butters wanted it done. He wanted me to do it back to him. Oh yeah. He wanted to know what it was like. I mean, I wanted to know what it was like. It all makes sense now. Oh. So, I nodded and I started obviously taking his clothes off. And, yeah. So, yeah, while I was getting Butters undressed, we're staring at each other in the eyes, and so yeah, it got really steamy and kind of fun. And so yeah, I began to have fun with Butters, because he wanted the same things what he did to me done. He obviously screamed in that because of being tickled and that. He loved the sensation and everything. We just kept staring at each other in the eyes as well. Because I was really wanting to kiss his lips, but if I did that, he would know. He would know why I was stalking him in the first place. He would have knew then. So I bit my ear, just didn't I? Even though I really did want to kiss his lips. I really did. So I began to tickle Butters. Having fun. I just loved hearing his laughs and that. I was really wanting to kiss his lips. Oh, I was. He really wanted to know my name as well. I can always remember he was keep saying, "What is your name? What is your name?" Over and over. But he didn't get anywhere, did he? So, as I was carrying on with Butters, me and Butters was obviously having fun, teasing each other and that still. Clyde and Craig finished teasing each other. Yeah. We kept kissing. And I was just admiring Clyde's body, because it was the first ever time seeing Clyde in the nude, and he first time saw me. I started playing with him. I can remember that, rubbing him. He started moaning, didn't he? We ended up, can't believe I'm hearing this. Great, Clyde. Yous didn't, did yous? we made love. Just felt right, that room, even though it was so wrong. So let me get this straight. When we all thought you lost, yous both had sex during that time when you all moved to California. That was a lie? It was the first time when we did it, when Clyde got hexed, the first time doing it that way. But yeah. Craig! You... I'm sorry, Tweek. The room, the temperature... We couldn't stop ourselves. You see? So when I was at my desk, you know, just minding my own business, getting on with my work, and I thought just Clyde was... You were off with a cold or something. Ah! You were making love with Clyde all this time. Oh. Oh. So as me and Clyde were making, you know, love and everything, still continuing, having fun and whatnot, Brendan the butt-ass was still, even though he was bringing me at the time. Yeah, me and butt-ass carried on, and don't tell me yous made love as well. Kyle. Oh, we did. We did. Yous lied too. Oh. I eventually kissed butt-ass. I was in so much of a trance that day. Just didn't give a damn. Eventually I just stopped asking what his name was. But so yeah, that's how it all happened. Sorry, Filmore. Goodbye. Goodbye, Brendan. I really do not want to see you ever again. I'm so glad I'm with your brother now. Glad, I wish I never met you. Shh. Sorry, guys. Secret's out. Yeah, I'm sorry too, Tweek. I was expecting. Kind of cheated on our partners at the time, Brendan. I couldn't help it though, Craig. I was so hung up on butters and you were hung up on Clyde. And the room just felt right, like you said. Clyde! Ah! Beep! 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 You were messing about with me back then. But I wasn't dating you, so it doesn't really count, Thomas. Look, it just happened, okay? Let's see. I mean, Thomas didn't really count. I wasn't even with him. I was just... So, yous had lost your virginity first, out of all of us. And we thought it all happened in California. Well, technically, it did in a sense. You know, after when Damien hexed her. That sort of was, you know. But when we had our own, you know, manhood and that was yeah, we get that now. Oh my god. Craig cheating on Tweek. He went all the way as well. It wasn't meant to go like that. It wasn't, guys. The plan was, you know, just have fun, you know. Obviously I like being teased and that. Have you ever had it done? Oh yeah, now, yeah, but at the time we never thought about, you know, all that in high school. Plus, I never told Eric how I felt. Kept it in all this time and that. Me too. When I felt over Kyle. Can't believe I was using Heidi just to decoy myself. Yeah, and I ended up obviously decoying myself with BB. You know, the prom and that. That was killing me, seeing him with BB. You were killing me when I kept seeing you Heidi. Same with me. Same with me and Wendy. I was decoying. Me and Tommy. Decoying. I really wanted Stan's lips. And I wanted Kenny's. Toga and Kevin. Be honest. Yes, I was using Nicole. I was using Red. I really wanted Togan. And I wanted Kevin. We just couldn't get around it. Well, me and Stan did. We're in secret. The more I saw him with Wendy, it was killing me. Well, it was killing me seeing you with Tommy. We just expect Kenny. So out of all of us, it's only Tweek and Thomas never really messed about. Yeah. It wasn't meant to turn out like that. It wasn't. No. It happened. It happened, guys. I just couldn't. I think it was just the thought of when I saw Clyde nude at the first time, and then he saw me, and But it wasn't supposed to end up like that. Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever do that in high school. Yeah, and here's us all thinking you were. And again, it was suspicious because all four were off ill at the same time. We all were like, no, what? All four can't be sick at the same time. It's impossible. Yeah, Kyle. Even the teachers were kind of puzzled. They were, having some suspicious, but they obviously didn't contact your parents. No, otherwise we would have got pulled up about it when we got home. But I didn't. Neither did I. Nope. Thanks for that, disappeared. What was the room like anyways, guys? Was it warm, comfy? The mouse was really, yeah, it was really, really nice. Dead soft, for the both way, when it got really tense and everything. Oh, yes, Tweek and Thomas back. Alright. Beep, beep. I wasn't honest either. Tweek. Alright. You know that time when me and Thomas were ill? Yeah. We weren't ill after all. Tweek? Sorry, Craig. Sorry, Clyde. Me and Thomas met up in a coffee shop. He wanted a word with us. Told me to skive off school. And so I did. I faked a cold. Oh, thanks for that. Oh my god. No, are we out? Yeah, 'cause we heard you was out. Go on. Oh, thanks for that. Thomas admitted his feelings that day to me. And I admitted them back to him. Told him I was using you, Craig. Which I was. But I wasn't really interested. I've always wanted Thomas. Well, we've been through that tweak, that time when we had a fight. Oh yeah, when we all had to step in. That was late at night that happened. Yes, I know, Craig. Sorry about that. But yes, we ended up going on a date that day. Ah, thanks for that, when we were in school. Yeah. We were on a date. So we kind of skived off. Faked a cough. Beep, beep, beep. And I faked a cold. So yeah, we're as bad as each other, but we didn't go all the way like you did. So basically, we cheated on each other that week. Yeah, Craig, you went far, really far. I only had a date with Thomas. Did you kiss? Oh, yeah, we did. So technically you and Clyde were the worst. Ah! Oh, it didn't meant to go that far, Tweek. It happened. I don't know, it was just... Oh. Yeah, same with me and Butters. We were just wanting to get, play with each other, torment, all that kind of thing. What you would do, sort of thing in high school. And no, we ended up doing the birds and the bees. How long did it go on? If you don't mind me asking, Greg. Till school ended. We were there till everyone went. It was just like the caretakers and that around. We had to sneak out and we quickly got dressed and that was it. Kissed each other goodbye. I went home. Clyde went home. That was it. Oh. So let's get this straight. So you were at it non-stop? We had a break, obviously, to eating that. Tweek, don't be silly. We're talking and that, and yeah. I didn't get to speak, obviously, because I wouldn't speak to Butters. That was annoying. I was keep talking to myself, basically. Even though we did carry on and we did get with food and that down and that. Even though Brendan was just staring at me like a treasure cat every time I thought I was going to have a sore throat that day. I just, felt like I was talking to a brick wall. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't get my words out. I mean, you did get a lot of giggles. Oh, I did that, yeah. Giggles, moans, obviously, when we got to extremes. Yeah. Oh. But then, after that night, I must have switched off, kind of, and I forgot all about that night, that day, and I must have forgot that Brendan fancied me, and I just went back to square one, wanting to know his name and all that, and pulling up in school all the time, and yeah. Me and Craig kept at it, behind Tweek and Thomas's back. Ever since that day happened, couldn't keep our hands off each other. Every minute we got alone. We ended up kissing in the locker and everything, and yeah. Well, so we're all not innocent, and yous obviously weren't innocent either. Ah! Yous were using the girls. Yeah. The girls still, from this day forward, just do not know what happened, what we're doing to them. No, they had no idea. I'm gonna have to tell Wendy, email her, I need to put this straight. It's been years now. What about you with Tammy, Kenny? Yeah, I'm gonna email her. Let's all be honest, guys. Yep. Do you agree, Kevin? Yeah, token. I'll email Red and I'll email Nicole. What a mess. But you'll still feel better in the long run, guys. I kinda do. Yeah. Well, it's everything you just need to know now, guys. Glad it's out in the open. Glad it's all sorted. Now I feel much better on myself now. Yeah, me too. So out of everybody, it's only Filmore that's been faithful. Yeah. Filmore's never done anything wrong. And I betrayed him. Cheated on him. I just couldn't help myself. I was falling in love. Brendan, what the heck? I'm hungry, guys. Yeah, it's your turn to cook when we go next door. Oh yeah, I was the first one up. Well, that's a change, Brendan. Ah, no, but us. So yeah, Filmore was the innocent one out of the bunch of us. He never did anything wrong in high school or elementary. I don't blame him for hating me. I really don't. But he's happy with my brother now. That's good. At least my brother will treat him right. Just like I never ever did. It's too devoted on us. Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're really, really sorry for lying that when we thought we all did it in California. Now, you know, where we are, California. But the first time after being hexed, that, you know, different, I would class that as real sex, if you know. Yeah, but the first time was high school, really. I'm sorry, fellas. Brendan! Thanks for that. Oh, guys, that's it. Let's wrap it up now. I'm gonna go next door and start getting the cooking. Love you, butters. Love you too. Yeah. Let's get that belly filled, mister. Yep, so are we all okay now? Yeah. Great. And you's be honest with the girls. Yeah? We are, Tweek. We're gonna email them later on, after we have something to eat. Yeah, come to think of it, we're all hungry. Ah! See yous around. See yous. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my apartment. I'm starving. You coming, Kenny? Yeah. See you guys. Wow, more secrets. But these are the last ones. There's no more after this. No. This is it. Good. Now we need to reveal our secrets to the girls. Yeah, Kenny. You coming, Kyle? I'm starving. Yeah, Eric. Woo! There goes my stomach. Oh my god.
Wir gehen zum Schlumpfensee, dort weht der Wind so schön. Surfen ist angesagt, das wird bestimmt ein toller Tag. An der Beach ein Schlumpfgewühl, super Schlumpfen-Surfgefühl. Alle Schlümpfe auf Brett und los. Wir gehen heute zum Surfen. Alle Schlümpfe gehen surfen. In die Wellen zum Surfen. Am Schlumpfensee. Wir fahren heute ein Rennen, jeder will gewinnen. Volle Kraft voraus. Wir gehen heute zum Surfen. Alle Schlümpfe gehen surfen. In die Wellen zum Surfen. Am Schlumpfensee. Wir fahren heute ein Rennen, jeder will gewinnen. Volle Kraft voraus. Das Surfbrett gleitet schnell beim Schlumpfen-Surf-Duell. Wir werden sehen, wer die Schnellsten sind. Alle surfen ganz hart am Wind. Brillenschlumpf, das ist der